Welcome to Trail Less Traveled. I'm Katie. If you're new to our channel, we're a family of 5 that travel around on weekends, school breaks, whenever we get the chance, in our travel trailer. We really try to break away from the everyday shuffle, disconnect, and reconnect with one another whenever we get the chance. Life is busy and it's hard to do that sometimes. But right now we are stuck in the middle of winter. It is cold, it is snowy, and every time I look at the forecast there is more snow. Right now, we've got spring fever and we are ready to get out of here and go do some adventuring. But since we can't, I wanted to share with you today one of the things that I do to kind of prepare us for camping season, which is to make our homemade fire starters. I can almost guarantee you have everything you need to make them right in your home. There may be one ingredient that you don't, but the others I'm sure you have. So let's go over what you're gonna need to make these awesome fire starters. So the first thing is you're gonna need some newsprint of some kind. We don't get the newspaper, but we do have kids in school, which means we get book orders. So I save every single book order that comes home, even when they have 5 or 6 stapled together, I save all of them so that we can make our fire starters. Then you will also need, no, not laundry detergent. This is the container that I put next to the dryer so that I can collect dryer lint. So that's the next thing you need is some dryer lint. And then you need a toilet paper or paper towel roll. Just your regular run-of-the-mill toilet paper roll. And then if you want to make a mega fire starter, so maybe you do have some wet wood and you really want to try to get it going, you can make one out of a paper towel roll. So we have done that as well. And the other thing, you will need some wax cubes. I get mine from Walmart because it's cheap and I tend to switch out my wax nearly every day so that I can make more fire starters. When you have those things, that is all you need to make the fire starters. The wax will need to be melted down, so make sure you've got some going in your wax pot, or you can melt it however you feel the safest way. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is open up your newsprint and get a good little spread of newsprint out. And then you want to get your lint ready. And I usually try to make sure that I fill up my toilet paper roll before I actually put the wax in it to make sure I have a good amount. You want it to be pretty firm, so I actually have too much, so I'm going to stick some of that back in my container that I keep next to the dryer. But once you make sure that it's stuffed in there pretty good, and it's pretty solid, like I can't compress it too much more. I want to give it a little bit of room because the wax is going to make it even a little thicker, so we'll just pop that back out. Then we're gonna spread our lint out. I try to get as good of a solid layer of lint as I can, just so that it doesn't soak through my newspaper, my newsprint. Doesn't have to be too perfect. You just wanna make sure that you get a good spread of wax all over your lint so that it slows down the burning of materials so that it gives your wood a chance to catch fire. So now that we have this ready, we'll go get our melted wax and pour it all over. So I have my melted wax for my wax warmer. It even still has a little bit of chunks in it, and that's okay. I'm just gonna pour this all over. Getting it as much as I can all over the place. And then I will actually usually grab just a little bit of extra lint and kind of clean out my bowl so that the bowl is nice and clean and ready for my next set of wax. So while my wax is setting up just a little bit, not too much, because you still want to be able to kind of bend it and be able to get it back in the toilet paper roll, I kind of get my next round of wax ready because, like I said, I tend to do this on almost a daily basis. So I will put anywhere between 3 and 4 squares of wax in my wax burner. So I get a good solid amount of wax on the lint. So I'll go throw this on the warmer and then it'll be time to put it in the toilet paper roll. Now we're ready to stuff this back in our toilet paper roll and roll it up and make our little Tootsie Roll. I will just pull this up. If some of it gets left behind on your paper, that's fine, it's not a big deal. And I will just shove that in there. Like I said, you want to make sure that your wax is still moldable, but I give it a little bit of time to get firm just so it's not completely getting all over the place. If I stuff it in when it's just straight liquid, then it gets all over the place. So I wait for it to get a little bit harder, and then I can usually, if there's any wax, I can usually just wipe it right off on my newsprint. So then I just set it to one corner, roll it up, and then I just twist the ends like a Tootsie Roll, but I will just roll it up and it stays. It does not come unrolled. And I will just, as soon as I'm done, pop them in the bag. And we'll have, I mean, by the end of the winter, we'll have several bags full of fire starters. And then I don't necessarily have to think about it as much in the summer when we're spending a little bit more time getting ready to go. I'm getting the laundry done so that I can, so that we can actually go on a trip. So then I'll just keep lint. If I need to, I'll transfer the lint into a bag so I have plenty of it. And the same goes with the toilet paper roll. So I just always have a supply: newsprint, lint, toilet paper rolls. The wax, obviously, you have to do when you're ready to make it, but you can melt it in the microwave if you need to. So it's possible to make it quickly if you really want to do that. So that is how you make a toilet paper, wax, and newsprint fire starter. Something that we just kind of do as we're going through the winter to keep our eye on camping season and to remind us that it is gonna come and we are gonna be able to get out again. So I would love to hear some of your things that you do off season to kind of prepare yourself for camping season. Is there anything like this that you make yourself? Because this is the only thing that I make, and I would love to get some more things prepared for our camper when we're off season. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. We will be heading back out on the road. We are 1 month away from our first trip. As long as the snow is melted, then we will be going on our first trip in 1 month. We're gonna be going to see the crane migration in Kearney, Nebraska. We happened upon it once last year and it was really cool. So we're excited to go spend some more time and actually go out to some of the sanctuaries and stuff where you get to see all of the thousands of sandhill cranes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you never miss a video, and we'll see you on the trip.